went from a pride takeover where their cubs were killed to oh, this lioness is quite badly injured. Wow. Holy smokes. Senzo, just go onto this lioness here with a damaged hip. Have we seen this before? Have a look at that massive injury. Oh, that can only be a goring from something. Wow. Senzo, have we seen this lioness's injury before?
Yes.
Ah, so she's got an injury, okay. Senzo also updates, excuse me, I'm a bit out of touch with everything at the moment. Now what are you going to do? Hopefully the wind is not going straight towards us. This is the time of year when lions have it relatively easy. It's just going for a potty break. Hopefully the wind is not blowing towards us. They're looking a bit skinny, these females, I must be honest with you. They're not in their best health, but you know, it's a very difficult thing to produce milk for cubs. It's expensive from a metabolic point of view. I think what's happening is these lions they're not too bad. Lean, they could do with a meal for sure. And it's lovely to see. These females have had it hard. I mean, since we started, I must be honest with you that this pride has taken a bashing. And it is actually quite nice to see. Yeah. I'm glad everyone's saying that you're all excited to see the Nkuhuma pride. She's blind in that eye as well. Wow, these girls have taken a hammering. Blind in the eye, one with a gash on the leg. Now, Valerie, you're wondering if this lioness with a massive gash on her leg will survive? All with lions is you stick with the pride, you'll get fed for an adult lion. And that is what will happen. So if she manages to stick with the pride and she doesn't fall behind to a point where she's unable to get any food, then she will be looked after. She'll be welcome at kills. And I think she doesn't look too bad just yet. Believe me when I say that lions can, when they are injured and they're bad, a skinny lioness is bad. Now, I'm told that up to 2 weeks ago you've been seeing her, and that she's been moving with the pride since then. And she's keeping it clean, she's licking it clean. It doesn't look like her hip or anything's wrong with her hip. Wow, it looks bad, that, but you know, she's okay. She's with the pride. That's all that matters. So to be honest with you, although it looks bad, lions can get much worse, and it's not too bad. Oh, big yawn. The unfortunate would be that she's obviously not capable of hunting, and so wouldn't be able to add her strength to the rest of the pride to hunt, and so it makes it a little bit more difficult. Let's see what she does when she stands up. Let's see how she's walking. Big stretch. Lions that are sick and very injured stay hidden in bushes. And she is a bit skinnier, but she's not walking with a limp, so her leg is not broken, her hip is not dislocated, and her spine is not injured. So a flesh wound. She's going to have a nice story to tell about what has been going on. She's obviously got a bit of infection. I can see lymph nodes in her belly are a bit swollen. She looks a little bit. She looks a little bit. Michelle, you thank you for the update. You're saying that the injury looks a bit better. It seems to have dried out a bit. Senzo, just sit still. That is an unbelievable gash. That is amazing. Louise is telling me that it looks so much better as well, but that is a chunk of flesh. It almost looks like she's had a piece of herself ripped out there, a pound of flesh. Oh, I don't know what it is about my car that has elicited this bowel voiding movement from everyone. I can tell you, I am very thankful the wind is blowing into my face and not sideways. Okay, so she's walking fine. She's skinny. It looks worse than it is, to be honest with you. I've seen a few lion injuries that are quite obviously where the lions have actually broken bones, and this is not the case. So bad, but superficial, thankfully. And if she can keep herself from too bad a septicemia, it won't be too much of a problem either. Oh, there's another one of those little teddy bear cubs. Isn't that very cute? Oh, they are epic at this age, aren't they? This is the time of night when these ladies will start to hunt, and they are hungry. I think testimony to the fact that we found the young males on the termite mound yesterday. I think it is absolutely the fact that these lionesses are not starving, but they're needing to cover some distance to kill something, and with no buffalo around, opportunity to hunt what they need to hunt. So what are they going to hunt? They hunt zebra, wildebeest, kudu, young giraffe, buffalo, and they are around. Look at those lionesses, strengthening the bonds that tie them together, the strongest bonds of all between sisters and mothers and cubs, rubbing their faces together as passing the scent of the family around them. Now, it is a bit dark because the sun has gone down, and we're not using any artificial light just yet. What we will do is switch on infrared light in a little bit. There we go. As infrared, isn't that just amazing? So with no artificial light and a light that these animals cannot see, we're able to increase your viewing pleasure. All of them awake now, lying together and licking each other clean. It's called allo grooming. And these little cubs also just playing with each other. Their teeth buds are itchy, hence the stick chewing. And it also helps to develop those very strong jaw muscles that will one day be able to clamp the airway shut of a large prey item, dispatching it quickly and quietly. I must say, I agree with all of you out there that say I hope they make a kill soon, and I hope that that injured lioness gets some food and is able to repair herself. I mean, if she's been walking around for 2 weeks with that injury and she's okay, she should be fine. It is going to take a bit of time to heal, and I think it's going to leave a nasty scar. Cantrell, you would like to know if the injured one would stay behind with the cubs while the others hunt. Cantrell, there's a good chance that she does that. It's not impossible for that to happen. There's also a good chance that her hunger will drive her on to be with her sisters. She might trail her sisters, not taking part of the hunt, but walking with. And that would be in an effort to make sure that when something does go down, she's got herself a prime position. You can imagine with a bunch of hungry mouths like these 14 babies around, not much sticks around after they make a kill. And with no buffalo around at the moment, limited to things like kudu, wildebeest, odd bushbuck and impala. And that is not going to go far with all these mouths to feed. That is for sure. They're in a prime hunting position though. Nkuhuma Dam is not too far away, and this is a very good place for them. Dina, you'd like to know if other lionesses will help to groom and clean her wound? Yes, they absolutely will do. She'll take the lion's share of cleaning, but they will come and groom her and keep the worst of the flower maggots and larvae and dead tissue away. She might get have a bit of an angry response to her, or to help, but she's in a good space. She's with her sisters and her cousins and her mom, potentially, if her mom's still alive, and in this pride. And they all look after one another. And then all these cubs just can't help but lick one another. It is the absolute difference to the leopard we were viewing a little bit earlier. These are highly social contact species. Belrez, you'd like to know if the fur will grow back once the wound is healed. It all depends on what actual damage was there. Now, that to me looks bad enough that I don't think so. I think she's going to have a dark puckered scar there, and I think that it's going to take some time to knit. There's no flesh available to overlap, and I think what we're going to see is a puckered, weeping, bleeding sore for a few months to come, possibly even as long as a year before this is fully healed. And it might never close. She might keep it open for a long time. It's going to be interesting to see how she makes her recovery. I doubt that she will die, but septicemia. Now, proud cat mama, you want to know how rough a lion's tongue is? Is it rough like a domestic cat? Is it toothed? Yes, a lion's tongue is very rough. They have enameled teeth on their tongue, and they are, it's not like a tooth with a nerve, for instance. It's a little projection, but it is quite capable of stripping the skin off of your hand. If you have a look carefully on that lion, you might even be able to see the white projections on the tongue. And so she's able to scrape off dead tissue, and that is obviously where the septicemia will arise from. Oh, another big yawn there. No, not quite. This is a good place for them to be in. They're about half a mile away from Galago Pan. Very thick section of bush, and they've made many kills in here. Lots of kudu, lots of buffalo. You can see the lionesses are now listening. And Galago Pan and Nkuhuma Dam holding some water, draw cards for animals all around. And the thick bush offering some protection, and let's hold thumbs that this area delivers for them in the next couple of hours. And they can all have a decent meal tonight and a rest without having to walk too far. Beautiful sighting. I think these lions are going to get hunting quite soon. I think that these cubs will stick around. Let's just see. Where they're deciding to walk now, there's virtually no way we can get a car through there without a helicopter blade. Let's just see what happens. You see the ticks on the neck? That is a sign of diminishing condition. When they start to get those big ticks on the side there, it means they're not spending as much time grooming each other as they should. And a tick-infested neck is a sure sign of lions that are battling a little bit. It's not uncommon though, so nobody panic. 14 mouths to feed between 4.5 lioness is a difficult task. It's not easy, especially not in the Sabi sands. Now, just look at that. Now, from one set of lion cubs, why don't we send you all the way up to the Mara in Kenya, where James has some lion cubs of his own.